Where was I? I was in the vas deferens. Okay? Coming up the spermatic cord to go in the body at the inguinal canal. Yes? This is the vas deferens going back behind the bladder. Okay? This is the vas deferens here. It's going to go back around the back of the bladder, meet up here. That's the prostate gland. It's going to go back and around and go through the prostate gland at the ejaculatory duct. At the same time, this seminal vesicle right here is squirting seminal fluid into the ejaculatory duct with our semen. What is this now called? I said semen and I didn't mean to. With our sperm. It's sperm, 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 sperm. Get into the ejaculatory duct. We still have sperm. The seminal vesicle will squirt seminal fluid. Now what do we have? Semen. Okay, so from now on, after the ejaculatory duct, it's semen. Okay, that's another question I like to ask. What do you have here? Is it sperm or semen? Okay. So we go through, this here is the prostate gland. This tube here is the ejaculatory duct. Okay, so the vas deferens is going to dump in right here. The other thing that dumps in right here is the seminal vesicle. So what do we find in the ejaculatory duct? Semen. Okay. Then it's going to continue along here and go down through this whole thing is called the prostatic urethra, because it's the part of the urethra that runs through the prostate, prostatic urethra. So the ejaculatory duct is going to meet through here and go through the urethra, which is then going to go up and out the penis. Okay, I say up because this is going to be pointing up at the time, right? Okay. So what is this? Bladder. What is this? Prostatic urethra. Good. What is this? Ejaculatory duct. What is this? Urethra. What is this? What do I find inside? Seminiferous tubules. Think it's a super fancy structure inside of a super fancy thing, so it's got a super fancy name. Okay? Seminiferous tubules sounds more fancy than seminal vesicle, right? What is this? Epididymis. What is this? Spermatic cord. What 5 things make up the spermatic cord? Artery, nerve, vein, vas deferens, and lymphatic tissue. It's going to go in the body at the inguinal canal. The artery, nerve, and vein are going to keep going up. The vas deferens goes, see you later, and goes back behind the bladder. What do I find inside here? Sperm, right? It's going to meet up with this thing here. What is this?
This thing that squirts this seminal something.
It squirts seminal fluid. It's the seminal vesicle, same word. Okay. What is that? Prostate. They're going to join together at what duct? Ejaculatory duct. At that point, what do we have inside there? Semen. What does seminal fluid do?
Liquefies.
Way after. More importantly, food and water for the trip. Right? Before all of this happens, I've only got one example in this whole class of bulbourethral glands. They're right. It's right here. It's also known as the Cowper's gland. Bulbourethral is more, in my mind, descriptive. It's right here by this bulb part, and it squirts into the urethra. Bulbourethral gland. What does it squirt? Pre-ejaculatory fluid. What is the function of pre-ejaculatory fluid?
So it's not.
Neutralize the pH of the urethra and lubricate. It's super slimy. Okay. All right. The penis itself is made up of 3 rods of erectile tissue. Okay, 3 rods. You have 2 rods on the top, which are the larger ones. They're called, each one individually is called corpus cavernosum. It's cavernous. They're big. They get lots of blood in them. Okay, they got these big caverns to fill with blood. Corpus cavernosum. The one underneath is called corpus spongiosum. That's the one that the urethra runs through. So if you look at this model, you'll see that this kind of white part here is corpus cavernosum. It's got these big areas for it to be able to fill up with blood. And this one here, the purple one, is spongiosum. Now, where does the urethra exit the penis? At the tip. What's the real name for the tip of the penis? Don't be shy. It's okay if you're wrong. You guys are killing me. What do you call it? It's not the head either. That's slang. The glans. G-L-A-N-S, not D. G-L-A-N-S. It's the glans penis. Now, since the urethra exits it, it must be made of spongiosum, because spongiosum completely surrounds the urethra. So we've got spongiosum running on the bottom. Ooh, I can't do that. It's really hard. Bottom part of the penis, and then it swells to become the glans. Okay, and the urethra continues running through it. Right? So if we look at my cross section that I did, it looks like the little monkey face. The top 2 are corpus cavernosum. Together you call that corpora cavernosa. And the bottom one is corpus spongiosum, where the urethra runs through. Okay? And then it's all tightly wound in some very, very tight connective tissue. But if you press really hard, you can feel the different... They may not let you do that, but you can try. They might like it, who knows? You can feel the different rods of erectile tissue. Okay? All right.
Can you point that out again?
Which?
On the model.
On this? Okay, so this is corpus cavernosum. You can see there's big holes, cavernous areas for blood to fill. And this is all spongiosum surrounding the urethra. If I look at another model, this is terrible. But this is corpus cavernosum. This light pink one is spongiosum because it's surrounding the urethra, right? If we look at this one, cavernosum, spongiosum.